Welcome to the Bivouac. This is the game of spades. Your goal in this game is to get 500 points with your partner. Your partner is the player sitting across from you at the table. To play this game, you need one standard deck of 52 cards, no jokers, aces are considered high, and a way to keep score. To start each round, you're going to deal each player 13 cards, which will be the entire deck. After the deal is the bidding phase. In the bidding phase, the player to the left of the dealer will bid first. And they will bid a certain number based on how many tricks they think they will take out of 13. They personally will take. There's a basic formula you can use for this, which is 1 for every ace, 1 for every king if you have another card in that suit, and 1 for every 2 spades. This will get you the general ballpark, although there is a lot of nuances on how to bid in a hand based on what you're seeing. But let's use this formula to get a bid for this hand over here. Let's see, we got 1 spade, we got an ace, we got another ace, and another 2 spades. Okay, so in this hand I would bid 1, 2, 3, using the formula. Now I have some other good cards, so maybe I'd bump that up to 4 with nuances, but the formula gets me 3. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to use that formula to bid based on this hand right here. What do you think you should bid using this hand? Using the formula, you would get 3. 1 for each one of these kings because there is another card in that suit, and 1 for every 2 spades. The player who bid first will also go first and lead the first card. They can lead whatever they want except for a spade. So this player bid first, so they're going to lay, how about this Queen of Hearts? All right. The next player, which is the player to the left, must lay a card that is in suit if they can. So this person has a heart, and in suit means the same suit as the first person led. So they're going to lay another heart, which is the king. This person's going to lay this 5 of hearts, and this one's going to lay this 10 of hearts. When all 4 card players have laid a card, you're then going to evaluate the trick and see who takes it. The highest card that is in suit will take the trick, which in this case the in suit is hearts because the first person laid a heart. If they had laid a club, the in suit would be clubs. The highest card that is in suit right now is this King of Hearts. They will take all 4 of these and put them away. Now they're going to lead another heart. And this one's going to lead the Ace of Hearts. And uh-oh, this player is out of hearts. When you are out of a suit and it is led, you can lay whatever you want, which includes a spade. This person is going to lay this 3 of spades. And this one is going to lay this 6 of hearts. So when evaluating a trick, the highest card that is in suit, which in this case is the hearts again, will take the trick, unless there is a spade in play, at which point the highest spade will take the trick instead. So in this case, with the 3 of spades in play, the 3 of spades would take all 4 of those cards and put them next to him. That is considered one trick, so these 2 players each have 1 trick. Their team has 2 tricks. You count tricks together. You're not counting your own personal score. So if this player bid, say, 3, we said 3 with this hand, and this player bid, I guess I'll say 3, their total bid is 6, so they're both trying to get collectively 6. Not 3 and 3, but 6 in total. This player took it, so they will lead another trick. Now, since he laid off spades in the previous trick, remember he laid that 3 of spades, he has officially broken spades, which means anybody can now lead spades. So he's going to lead this 9 of spades. The next player will lay a card, he'll lead the 10 of spades. After that, it's going to lead the Jack of spades. And this player is going to lead the Queen of spades. Highest card that's in suit is now the Queen, so they'll take all 3 and keep it going. How about this Jack of Hearts? This person's going to lay the 7 of Spades. This person's going to lay the 8 of Spades. And this person's going to lay the 8 of Hearts. Okay, so in this scenario, the Jack was led first. Who do you think will take this trick? The answer is, in fact, this 8 of Spades, because it is the highest spade that is in play since a spade was laid. So this 8 will take it, trick next to them. The game continues like this until everybody has exhausted their hands, at which point they will tally up their score. When you bid a certain number, you're saying that's how many tricks you think are going to make. Let's say these team bid 6, and they collected over the course of the game 3, 4, 5, 6 tricks. Exactly what they said they were going to take. That's great in this game. If they bid 6 and collected 6, they get 60 points. Woohoo! Okay, the game is to 500. If they bid 6 and get 7, let's say they got 7 instead, they would now instead get 61 points. 60 because they get their bid times 10 because they made their bid, plus 1 point for every extra one that they got. These extra tricks that you take above your bid are called bags, and they will come back to hurt you later if you collect too many of them. But they give you 1 point for each one. If they collected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tricks and they bid 6, how many points do you think they're going to get? The answer is 62, because 6 for the 6 they bid and 2 for the 2 bags. Now, if they bid, say, 6 and they only collected 5, that's not good. They would get what they bid negatively. So, if they bid 6, they only got 5, they would lose 60 points. Ouch. Same thing if they only got 4, 3, or 2, they would lose 60 points no matter what. Once you've evaluated the score, you're going to check to see if any team is above 500 points. If a team is above 500 points, then whoever has the highest amount of points at that point in the game wins. If no player is over 500 points, you continue and reshuffle and deal a new round and continue playing. In the case of a tie, when both teams are above 500 points and on the exact same score, which is very unlikely, then you continue playing until there is no tie and at least one player is at 500 points or more. A couple of the things to mention about this game are bag rollover. If you take 10 bags over the course of the game, so remember you're tallying them up one by one, you get 1 point for each bag that you take, but if you take 10 of them over the course of the game, you lose 100 points right there. Okay, or in the scoring phase. And this continues on. So if you get 20 bags, you lose another 100 points. And you keep going up and up and up. The bags keep coming and you keep losing points. Another thing you can do in this game is in the bidding phase. Way back there, there's 2 special things that you can do. They're called nil and blind nil. They are played in the actual game the same way, but the bidding of them is a little bit different. When you bid nil, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards. When you bid nil, you are saying that out of my 13 cards, I think I'm going to take nothing. When you bid nil, you're saying, I personally am going to take absolutely no tricks. Now, my partner can still take tricks, and they're going to have their own separate bid, let's say it's 5, that they have to meet by collecting stuff on their own time. But I personally am going to take nothing. If I take a trick and I bid nil, I lose 100 points, and I get a bag. So, minus 100 points, plus 1 for the bag. If I bid nil and I do indeed take no tricks, I get 100 points. And then my partner scores separately. So I could make my bid and he could fail his. And that would be a perfectly normal thing to happen. You can also choose to bid blind nil, which means before you even look at your cards, when it's your turn to bid, you're going to say, I'm going to bid blind nil. Then you look at your cards and you hope that you do not have the ace of spades. Because that means you will eventually lose during the game, because the ace of spades is guaranteed to always take one card. One trick. If you bid blind nil, it's played exactly the same way. You can't take any tricks. If you take one trick, and when you bid blind nil, then you lose 200 points. If you successfully take no tricks, you gain 200 points. So this is kind of a last-ditch effort if you're very far behind and the other team is close to 500. That is the game of spades. Good luck.